This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. You take a look at Toronto.
The way they've played, I don't think anyone wants to face this team right now. They've been playing beautiful basketball during this streak.
Boy, they certainly look comfortable out there, and they're also having fun. There's incredible team chemistry right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Siakam. Trent up top. Back to Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
Well, Grant, we've seen the NBA evolve quite a bit since your playing days. How do you think you'd be used in today's game versus when you played?
Well, B.A., with the spacing in today's game and my ability to slash to the rim, I think I would still be able to get to the basket, dominate in the mid-range, but I'd be shooting way more threes, and I would see more minutes playing as a small ball power forward as well. That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Trent. Takes a three. Kicks it out to Barnes. Van Vliet on the wing. 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Out to Thompson. Fires for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Well, nice play by Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters in the catch-and-shoot game.
And we think back to 2015, Grant. Klay Thompson with the best quarter in league history.
Oh, B.A. 37 points from him in one quarter, setting an NBA record. Klay 13 for 13 from the field and 9 for 9 from deep, taking only 4 dribbles the entire time. Only Klay Thompson, guys.
Back to Wiggins. Here's Thompson. Pass to Looney. On the wing, Green. With the teardrop. Count it, good.
Boy, the floater, a thing of beauty from Draymond Green. That's a hard shot to guard.
Van Vliet outside. To the paint. Back to Siakam. Van Vliet outside. Trent on the wing. Pass to Siakam. The Warriors pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And here's Pirtle. And here's Van Vliet from the arc.
Fred Van Vliet
knocks down the long J. Van Vliet's got 5 points.
Now, Fred Van Vliet has become a true impact player. This guy remarkably consistent from deep.
Timeout called, the Warriors. And Grant, so much young talent for the Warriors. Many said they should trade for veterans, but they resisted.
And they won a title anyways. I mean, with the salary cap perhaps their greatest obstacle, having contributors on cost-controlled rookie contracts sure helps.
And make some noise once again.
The Raptors making a switch here.
Thanks, team.
A minute 35 left in the first. Right side, Peyton. Pass to Kuminga. Rejected by Siakam.
Well, there you see the wingspan of Pascal Siakam. Send it back.
Jacks up a 3. Stanton can't get it to go. The Warriors trailing. Here's Green. Ball stolen. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors.
Basketball.
Outside, DiVincenzo. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the first. Pass to Barnes. Three-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. On the wing, Payton. And he banks in the layup.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Barnes. Now here's Siakam. Here is DiVincenzo. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Jerome. Back to DiVincenzo. He gets, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, up 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I'm not sure which was better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll. Well, you think about the 2021 sign and trade of Kyle Lowry over to Miami. That truly was the signal that Fred VanVleet is the undisputed leader of the Toronto Raptors. It is a role, guys, he has embraced thoroughly.
Fred VanVleet.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Kuminga.
Raptors foul.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First team
That
foul.
one on Barnes.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
VanVleet, he fully took over point guard duties.
Yeah, his playing time really increased. VanVleet becoming one of the league leaders, in fact, in minutes, guys. But more than that, VanVleet's new role has him more vocal, taking on so much responsibility for his organization.
Here's Siakam.
Pascal Siakam.
And a great assist by VanVleet as that one goes. Siakam's got 6 points.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Pass to Looney. Over Pirtle. And the basket by Looney. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. VanVleet outside. Here's Pirtle.
Jakob Pirtle.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, we know that Fred VanVleet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a three off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who can do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Poole. Last game, he had 28 points. To the middle. Nice move. And he sinks the layup.
Well, really nice delivery from Andrew Wiggins. We know he's a gifted scorer, but that will really smooth out his game.
Outside, Green. Out to Thompson. Puts up a three. And that comes off the assist by Green. And now a three-point Warrior lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges. And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Greg.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And Toronto calls time here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Toronto trailing. Pass to Trent. Oh, they get a hand on it. Thompson outside. Here's Jerome, guarded by Van Vliet. Here's Jerome. In his last outing, he had 11 points. And the basket is good.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pirtle with the ball. Green covering. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on Gary Trent. That's his first foul of the game.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Thompson left side. Outside, Green. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
There's 25 seconds left in the second period. To the inside. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, the beauty of Pascal Siakam's game, he's still growing, and the guy is so unselfish.
Here's Jerome. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pascal Siakam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Your Warriors.
And so it's Klay Thompson.
The Raptors, 25. Ladies and gentlemen, your Warriors.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far.
Yeah, you know, after a couple down years with key players injured, it's safe to say the Golden State Warriors are back.
Inside, Hurdle. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Hurdle's got 6 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Out to Thompson. Takes the three. Hits the trifecta. 15 points in the game. The Warriors are back to contending for championships.
Yes, they are. A testament to their perseverance and belief in themselves. They knew once they got healthy, they would be a threat. And they've been a fun team to watch as they get back to form. They have no answer defensively inside.
Out to Thompson. 4-3. Can't hit that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. Down low. It's stolen by Looney. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Poole. To the inside. The 17-footer. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Barnes. Van Vliet up top. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
At the line for two.
That free throw good from Van Vliet. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
And the Warriors call time here.
Warriors U15.
Big group substitution here for Toronto.
Some noise for your Warriors Junior James.
And the Warriors with possession here. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be Barnes shooting.
Shooting for Toronto.
That one belongs to Wiggins.
Scotty Barnes. At the line for Toronto.
That free throw good from Barnes.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The fourth pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
Here's Kuminga. Wiggins outside. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to win the run. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And I think Andrew Wiggins is a great example of how positions have changed. Came into the league playing a lot of the two. Now we see him at times playing a bunch at the 4.
And for Wiggins, he'll play the stretch 4 at times. Grant, he's extremely versatile.
And BA, that shows just how the game has evolved. Wiggins is a traditional small forward, but we've seen that push to small ball, shifting Andrew to the 4 and even the 5 during stretches.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Wiggins. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Lamb for 3. And the Warriors miss again.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss. Love the energy here in the third, trying to take control now of this contest.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
It's Lamb on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Payton. Tries to snap the cold streak. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
To the middle. Here's Kuminga. Out to DiVincenzo. He shoots it. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh my! What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And there's the lob. And they'll get another chance. Here's Flynn. Inside. Here's Achua. Uses the glass on the layup. Achua's got his second bucket on the night.
I just love the ball move.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Precious Achua. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, Green. DiVincenzo on the wing.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Payton. Off target with the 3. Here's Wieskamp. Man, with some nice D. And so it's the Toronto Raptors. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Wiggins. The shot's good.
Well, you think the body up to Wiggins will throw him off. It doesn't help at all.
Here's Trent. And no good, but close on that one. So he'll shoot 2 now.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode once he gets going. He's impossible to slow down.
And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Oh, he heats up in an instant, BA. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
And here are the Raptors now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. The 3 from Thompson.
Out of bounds.
And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. Van Vliet with it.
Warriors foul.
And the whistle blows.
Jordan.
It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his
personal
third foul so far.
Second team foul.
Here's Barnes. Pass to Siakam.
I just love the fire with which Draymond Green plays defense. This man does not let you get comfortable.
Back to Poole. The kick out to Wiggins. From deep. Sinks the tray.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And Klay Thompson picks up the foul.
Klay Thompson.
That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit. He tried to cross the defender over, but man, those were some quick hands and they spoiled him. Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Van Vliet. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam.
Boy, what a nifty move from Fred Van Vliet. Works so hard on the handle, so tough.
Pass to Looney. On the wing, Thompson. No good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the paint. Here's Pirtle.
Warriors foul.
It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line for the Raptors.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And Toronto calls time here. Check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He said to his players, you may want to get comfortable with this lead, but we can't afford that. That's when we get into trouble. Just keep executing the game plan and trust in one another.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Achua. Buries it down low.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
State calls time.
Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
The nation, give it up for your Warriors Junior.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
It's Van Vliet with a drive. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Wiggins.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about this work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Down low. And Siakam with the slam.
The assist.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Here's Poole. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Achua with the dunk.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within 5.
Jordan.
And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Here's Siakam. right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
Exactly. Two top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
And when you watch the way Trent Jr. can take over a game, just a gifted scorer who can explode once he gets going, he's impossible to slow down.
And here are the Raptors now. After the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. Antetokounmpo with the block. Outside Holiday. Tries it from 19. And he buries his first look. And with Trent Jr., he very much is a microwave scorer, Grant.
Whoa. He heats up in an instant, BA. A bit of a streaky shooter overall. I would like to see him round out his inside game to find new ways to score if his shot isn't there.
Here's Van Vliet. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's on Drew Holiday.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Allen. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Van Vliet. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. And they're able to recover.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
And it's Middleton finishing it off.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
At the line.
All right, we're about halfway through the season, and we have some teams that have really exceeded expectations, Clark.
Perhaps from the outside looking in, that's the case, BA, but inside those locker rooms, I'm sure those teams really believed in themselves, and it was the outsiders that doubted them.
And Toronto calls time here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Here's Van Vliet. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy two, the for sure two. No need to make it fancy and special.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Siakam. No good. Good D by Antetokounmpo.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Toronto trailing. Pass to Siakam. Looking to end the run. And then Siakam with the jam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Barnes in the post. Good D by Middleton.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Into the lineup for the Raptors, Precious Achiuwa.
Pass to Achiuwa.
Young.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
He's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Now here's Barnes. Good work defensively by Lopez.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And so it's Milwaukee leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word.
Fans, it's time to get loud.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Pass to Trent. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez, who can stretch the floor just about to the three-point line.
First personal foul.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Trent with it. Picked up by Allen. Down low. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Got to admire how fast Pirtle slashes to the rim after setting the screen.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And as solid as Pirtle is during a game, his free throws, Grant, can be an issue.
BA. It really limits his minutes during close games late. You know, he's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
Once again, Bucks fans, let's hear it for your young Bucks dancers.
Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Really confident from the interior because of his length and strength. Giannis feels like he can score from anywhere, anytime.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And the Bucks pushing it up now. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. And Toronto will go the other way with it. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. To the middle. Here's Young. Second shot opportunity. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
It's stolen by Holiday. Allen. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
And the league saw a dramatic rise in the number of take fouls to stop the fast break. Clark, was the time right to make a change?
No doubt about it, B.A. Anything that slows down the game in an artificial manner needs to be eliminated from the game. So I think it was overdue, but the fact that they got to this point is good.
And last season, Giannis passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the Bucks' all-time leading scorer. He wants to finish his career in Milwaukee, so that total bound to grow.
Raptors substitution. Koloko. Malachi Flynn.
A minute 39 left in the first half. Grant, both Giannis and Kareem dominated the paint, but they get it done differently.
Yeah, that they do. Kareem, possibly the best ever in the post, whereas Giannis might be the most dominant slasher and driver in league history.
Fader on the way. Achua can't hit. Pass to Allen. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they recover it. Kicks it out to Middleton. Holiday has the open look. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Holiday's got 9.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Flynn. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Back to Achua. 4 on the clock.
Assisted by.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Pass to Allen. Kept alive. And Giannis with the dunk.
You know, gifted with what seems to be a limitless reach. The Greek Freak can get to offensive rebounds that most others only think about getting to.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Milwaukee foul.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time.
Second personal
That'll
foul.
be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
And the shot goes.
Koloko.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Outside Holiday. He buries it from 3. Holiday's got 7 points for the quarter.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
your Bucks.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
31.
Bucks ahead, up 11. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Let's start making some noise.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Van Vliet. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the continuity for the Bucks is a strength. Chris Middleton said, quote, "We've been through every type of situation, so you know what to expect. There's no need to worry about failing because you know what you need to do." Brian, some call it corporate knowledge.
Well, a key aspect when it comes to NBA dynasties. Thanks, Allie.
You know, and where the Bucks seem to dominate every year is on the glass, particularly at the defensive end. #1 in the league the last 4 seasons.
Pass to Lopez. Rebound by the Raptors.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Barnes, no good. And Grant, I guess for the Bucks, hey, you can't teach size.
And they're good fundamentally as well, BA. I mean, they block out, they fight to maintain position. If you're going to beat them, it probably won't be with second chance points.
6 on the shot clock. Another shot. And it's Crowder with the lay-in. And the Bucks lead by 11.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guy. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 5. Basket's good.
Assist goes to
Bertles got 13.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Van Vliet. Inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, and I like guys when Pirtle gets into a groove and demands the ball. I mean, he's extremely dangerous when he has the hot hand going.
Outside Carter. Pass to Lopez. For 3, Allen hits the trifecta. 9 points in the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Toronto calls timeout.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Trying to claw their way back into this.
And the best way to do that, minimize your mistakes and take good shots.
Timeout called, the Raptors. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Your forward court crew dancing. Get loud once again for us.
Siakam in the post. He can't hit that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Stolen by Van Vliet. Pass to Wieskamp. Back to Van Vliet. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Lopez. Three-pointer, Holiday. Here's the break. Lays it up and banks it in.
Assist by
Van Vliet got 7 points in the game.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass and rhythm.
You know, when Giannis is being this aggressive on offense, he can be really hard to stop. Defense needs to make an adjustment.
Now here's Van Vliet. 7 points in the game. Here's Boucher. Van Vliet outside. Just 5 to shoot. Siakam, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Back to Holiday. Here's Middleton. Outside Holiday. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Antetokounmpo. Bam!
Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to Orlando in Florida.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguarded.
Can't hit from in close. Van Vliet looking around. Siakam, right side. Milwaukee with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Toronto. The shot's good.
Fred Van Vliet.
Boy, at his size. Fred Van Vliet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Allen, that's good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
Chris Middleton. First personal foul. First team foul.
Stolen by Allen.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
Van Vliet outside. Floats it up there for Siakam. Lopez with the steal. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They slept through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
Second team foul.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad's.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Gary Trent Jr.
It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
First team foul.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
We know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, do you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
And the chink by Antetokounmpo.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane
Live from New York at the home of the Knicks, it's the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games. They're free-falling right now, piling up loss after loss. We'll see if they can bounce back.
Well, in this league, the road is always tough on a team, and anytime you get a chance to get home, you feel confident that you can stop any bleeding, and that's what this team is looking to do while at home. You know, maybe they'll get things somehow turned around here and build some positive momentum.
To the middle. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there. We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Julius Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
Van Vliet up top. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Pirtle. Stolen by Brunson. For three, Barrett. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there. And a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
Count the basket.
Fred Van
And it's 6 points for Jakob Pirtle.
I think his frame makes him very difficult to deal with as a roll man. Pirtle can set a mean screen. Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
13-8.
And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite because of his hustle.
And that can go a long way in the NBA. Hart looks like a typical 3-and-D player, but he also has that intangible of igniting a team.
That free throw, no good. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
8.
Down low. And Siakam throws it down.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Outside for Randle. Back to Brunson. Randle outside. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video, because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They walked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
move nicely. That was your Knicks City Dancer.
The Knicks leading by 4. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City? In your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Siakam. Pass to Barnes. Van Vliet outside. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by New York. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. And it's quickly missing.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the... Oh!
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Van Vliet, right side. To the paint. Here's Achua. A dunk by Achua.
Now just show off that basketball IQ, Mr. Fred Van Vliet. Pretty pass, sir.
From the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
A dunk by Achua.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Toppin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Siakam.
It's going to be on Siakam.
First team foul.
This guy is so good when he's attacking on the interior and looking to draw contact. Obi Toppin getting to his game.
Raptors trailed by 7. Here's Benton. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Back to Rose. Toppin, no one around him. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim.
And so it's New York bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for it. We come back right after this.
25. The Raptors.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far.
Put your hands together.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Knicks?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred Van Vliet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred Van Vliet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Inside. Trent.
Gary Trent Jr.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Oh, defense trying to get physical and shake up Gary Trent Jr., and he's not having any of it.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Randall.
Blocking foul called on Fred Van Vliet. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Brunson. This game he had 28 points.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
29-20.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Pass to Randall. Three-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
Knicks lead, 32-20.
Outside Flynn. To the middle. Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 8 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Sims. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Sims has got 6 in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Back to Randall. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Pirtle. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
From
10 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Boy, getting his points the hard way. Jakob has to absorb contact and able to use his strength there.
New York calls timeout.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Teams changing it up here. .152 left in the first half. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. It's good from long range.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Knicks lead,
Pass to Boucher.
26.
He gets it in there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Right wing. Here's Toppin. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
42. Dunk by Achua.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Pass to Toppin. The 3. The shot misses. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And Boucher sends it back. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Achua, no good. The Knicks leading by 12. Here's Toppin. The rebound by Wieskamp. Fast break, Toronto. Flynn with the ball.
Scotty Barnes.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Assisted by
That's That's big-time length and athleticism by Scotty Barnes, leaping no doubt.
He got it up, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
That's the end of the first half with the score. The Knicks.
And so it's New York
42.
with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break.
32.
They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And your Knicks City Kings.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
And he lays it straight in.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson's got the first field goal of the second half for New York.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Trent outside. And he banks in the lane.
Gary Trent Jr.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Out to Barrett. Randall outside. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Raptors trail by 10.
Pascal
And
Siakam.
Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently, and I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Knicks. They've led by as many as 14 points. Three-pointer. Knicks with a new 14. Pass to Hart. And the Knicks miss again.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And here is Pirtle. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. The shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. Randle from outside. Siakam pulls it in.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
That's from
Well, brought up in an unselfish system, Pascal Siakam takes great pride keeping his teammates involved.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Offensive rebound. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range. Randle's got 11 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half. More in store.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And growing up around basketball, R.J. Barrett's dad played a bunch of places. R.J. spent a lot of his childhood in France.
and your Knicks City Kings.
The Raptors making a switch here. Raptors trail by 9. Greg, you know this. One of R.J. Barrett's dad's best friends, former MVP Steve Nash.
Yeah, and Nash is R.J.'s godfather, no less. So Barrett's had a chance to kind of soak in the game his entire life, and you can see that in his intelligent play on the floor.
Van Vliet deciding where to go with it.
Remaining in the third.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Knicks ball.
Here's Rose. And he gets it to go. And it's an 11-point Knicks lead.
Absolutely fearless. And this is one thing you can say about Derrick Rose. He's never had trouble converting in the painted area.
Siakam, right side. Van Vliet. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Rose in the post. Out left of the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Toppin. Pass to Hart. Driving in. Now Randall. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
38.
It's tipped. Stolen by Rose. Pass to Hart. Randle outside. And then Randle slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Snatched up. Outside Rose. Tries again. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not them.
Here's Achua.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Knicks.
Here's Randall. And that one released in time, but no good.
Into the third quarter.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits.
55. The Raptors. 40.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Raptors trailed by 15. Takes it inside. Pass to Van Vliet. Raptors moving the ball around. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
You know, that's big-time concentration on that attempt. Young is not letting the defense alter his shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
To the left side wing. Young.
New York foul.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Personal foul.
Julius Randle picks one up.
Well, Thaddeus Young being aggressive. You want him to put it on the defense and force the issue. Nice. Well, as somebody who grew up in New York and New Jersey, I was a Knicks fan, right? They have such a great history. Think back to the championship team of the 70s. Walt Clyde Frazier, then the Patrick Ewing era, Bernard King. They have had so many Hall of Famers.
Here's Van Vliet. Young trying to break free. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Boy, what a nifty move from Fred Van Vliet. Works so hard on the handle, so tough.
Here's Randall. Rebound by the Raptors. And Doris, growing up around New York, what makes this Knicks franchise so special?
Well, I think certainly the energy of the city, the passion for the game of basketball, playing in the Mecca, how fired up opponents are to play in Midtown Manhattan. The Knicks are a team that everyone follows.
New York calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. Let's see if they were listening, guys.
61.
Thanks, David.
46.
Pass to Pirtle. Barnes outside. Here's Siakam. Randall with some nice D.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Raptors trailed by 15. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
Now here's Randall. Over Siakam. Faster quickly. Back to Brunson. Second shot opportunity. And that's good for two. And the Knicks lead by 15.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Faster quickly. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Here's Siakam. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Substitution.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's Sims. Now here's Brunson. For the three. Drains the three-pointer.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
A deep three from Van Vliet. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Barrett. Handle outside. Here's Hart. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And two cities, which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
Back to Van Vliet. There's the triple. That's tipped.
Well, you want the activity and the disruptive ability of R.J. Barrett to be on display. It is right there.
Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Tries yet again. Shot clock at 2. And the dunk by Pirtle.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Out of bounds.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's Siakam. Can't connect from short range. Left side Fournier. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control.